Hello, welcome back to the Louisa Simpson Tarot writing and coaching channel. Sorry I haven't been around for a while, but I had a stomach bug courtesy of my son, the petri dish that is children, and I then had to spend last week catching up on all the stuff that I was too poorly to do. So, but I'm back and don't intend to catch a virus anytime soon. Hopefully, I didn't just jinx myself. There we go. But today, I have been guided to use the wisdom of the Oracle deck. And when I say by guided, I mean that I use a pendulum to decide which of my cards want to be used today. And it's very specific. We have some really emphatic no's on some decks, to the point where I thought that it just the pendulum really did not, spirit did not like those decks, but we've used all of them now in my my readings. But today it was the wisdom of the Oracle, got a very firm yes, and the Light Seers Tarot got a very firm yes. So I will be drawing 3 cards from the wisdom of the Oracle, and then I will be clarifying using the Light Seers Tarot. So let's go. Perhaps if you've got the deck all right way up. Okay, interesting. So today we have Imagine, which I think is a really pretty card. So Imagine. Interesting, we have Regeneration. In a previous life, that was my job, to do regeneration. So that's interesting. Obviously not the same meaning. Well, yeah, sort of, but I did physical regeneration. Not that you probably want to know that. And the final card is Observer, which is interesting because I've been writing about the observer effect in quantum physics, quantum mechanics, and how the observer effect crashes the wave, basically, and helps you to bring the 3D life you choose to you. So that's a really interesting card. Okay, let's clarify first of all with the Light Seers Tarot. Okay. Ooh. Imagine the 10 of Cups. And Temperance. Interesting, really interesting. Mirrors a lot of the thoughts I've been having that's been impacting my writing lately. Right, that's too many. But we will take this one. Queen of Wands. Oh, she's wonderful. She is wonderful. Okay, take that. And the Queen of Cups. Lovely. 2 queens. Powerful, divine feminine energy. Passion and love. Oh, lovely. Two of Wands. And the Devil. And at the bottom of the deck, the Moon. Intuition, shadow, secrets. It's interesting. So in Imagine, now I'm an intuitive reader, okay, so yes, there is a book, and yes, there are probably all sorts of things it says, but to me right now you have the moon in there. So it's interesting that we have the moon at the bottom of the deck. But we also have, it's like the heavens, isn't it? It's like the, you know, God, the heavens, the universe sort of thing. And this is, to me, is saying co-creation. This is saying co-create your life, because here you kind of have a sort of, if you can see it, an angelic shadow figure, really, which is interesting, but pointing up to the moon, up to the heavens, and saying we co-create our lives. And when you co-create, your desire invariably is the Ten of Cups, which is fulfillment in every sense. Money, family, love, happiness, it's fulfillment. And we, whatever that looks like, that whatever that fulfillment means to us, invariably that's always what we're trying to co-create with the universe. And it's interesting, it comes with temperance. And temperance is the alchemist, turns water into wine, that sort of thing. But it's also about patience. And what these three are saying to me together is we co-create with the universe. We have the desires we're looking for, but this all comes in divine timing. We have to have patience. We have the ability to bring everything together. We have the power, we have the alchemy to bring everything we want together. But it is also about patience. It's about allowing divine timing to happen. Stop trying to force things. For me, temperance is pretty chilled. It's a pretty chilled card. It's just saying, you know, we're just gonna go with the flow kind of thing. Really chilled out, with angel wings behind, which tells you about the divine guidance aspect. Very faint angel wings, and the sun above his head. So yes, imagine, please do imagine that future you want, whatever that fulfillment looks like for you. But always remember divine timing. You must always remember divine timing. Regeneration. It's a bit like death and rebirth, isn't it? You know, we regenerate. Or it's the tower. Maybe it's a combination, actually. I'm thinking now it's a combination of the tower and the death and rebirth, because it looks like the tower. It looks like, you know, you've got all the lava type down here, haven't you? And this gnarled and decrepit looking tree, really, but the sun is shining on it. And regeneration tells you that it will regenerate. Things will come back to life again. So even if you're going through this and you're going, you keep saying it's coming, and I know this, you know, I've been there myself. This sense of, oh, it's coming, and it never does. Because you have to wait for that divine timing, and you have to not push and force. You have your role in it. You have your role in co-creation by deciding what it is you want. And you have to use your passion, your creativity and love, and maybe that's what you're trying to bring to you. But these are the things you use to regenerate. You use your passion, you use your creativity, you use love. Yeah, you use your empathy to regenerate your life. You show yourself empathy, you show yourself love in this process, and you allow your passion and your creativity and the essence of who you are to come out and drive this regeneration forward. Yeah? Because you can do it. You absolutely can do it. But it's about, there's a process and there's work to be done. It doesn't just happen, okay? It doesn't just happen. You can't just sit there and think, I'm going to create a vision board and bang, there you go. There is a process and there is divine timing. But there's also self-love in all of this, self-empathy, and that creation through passion and creativity, that you can create whatever you want. You can bring what you want into this world. But there is a process, okay? And part of that process is about self-love and self-compassion. And then you have the observer, and again you have a quarter moon, which is interesting. It meets imagine. Yeah, you have a quarter moon in both. So who is the observer? Well, the observer is you. You are the one who observes and crashes the wave in quantum physics. What that means is in quantum physics, basically, everything is energy. Everything is molecules that vibrate at such a level and attract, based on an attraction that's so intense that we believe everything is matter. Okay? It creates that sense, that vibration, that energy, that everything is matter, that we believe it. Okay? But when left on its own, quantum particles act like a wave. Yeah? It's only when you observe it that it comes together and turns into something that resembles matter. Yeah? So when you observe what you want over time, so when you observe this imagination, when you decide what this regeneration is, what this fulfillment looks like, based on self-love, and passion and creativity, when you observe that future in divine timing, it does crash the wave and bring that material into your 3D reality. Now, the two things that will stop that, okay, is procrastination and thinking, yeah, do I want it? Don't I want it? What do I want? What do I want? Oh, I want this. No, I want that. No, I want this. No, I want that. You can't crash the wave if you're observing something different all the time. It takes time. It takes patience. It takes a process. Okay? You have to take that. You have to undertake that process. And then you can't do it by trying to control. Okay, that's the devil energy in this instance. It's about control. Controlling the outcome, determining the how, and constantly, you know, this person here, why is it not coming? Why is it not coming? Why is it not here yet? Why is it not here yet? Because you're trying to control the outcome. Okay, this fulfillment will happen in divine timing through co-creation, using self-love, self-empathy, creativity and passion in regenerating your life from where it is today. And in being the observer, you can crash that wave, but you have got to decide and you've got to release control. Okay? So this is basically a reading about manifesting, as it's turned out. As I said before, I don't plan these readings, they just happen, and I'm intuitively guided as to what they mean. But from a coaching perspective, okay, what this effectively means is you have to decide what you want, okay? You do have to decide what you want, what that fulfillment looks like. You've got to decide that, and you've got to go through a process before you can get it, and you've got to try and avoid the distractions. And it's about what we focus on is what we get. Yeah, that's what happens, because we have certain parts of our brain, particularly the reticular activating system, which processes everything like that, based on our beliefs, our values, our experiences, the program that our subconscious mind is running. And it presents back to us our version of reality, okay? It quickly collapses the wave, if you like, and presents back to us our version of reality based on a whole raft of filters that it filters data through quickly, very, very, very quickly. And in so doing, it either presents to us what are opportunities, or it presents to us lack, depending on what our mindset in that moment is. So if we're feeling really blur, it will represent back to us lack. Okay, it will show that, you know, oh no, everything's terrible, everything's awful, the world is going to end. When we're in an abundant mindset, it will show to us opportunities, constant opportunities, because both of those things are real in our mind in that moment. We're collapsing the wave to create either one of those outcomes and scenarios using our mindset. Okay, so that's what that means from a coaching perspective. Always it comes back to shift your mindset to achieve the life you want. So I hope that was helpful. I enjoy doing that. And yes, please do leave any comments and let me know what you think. Thank you very much.